So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with
Robert Woods, the 20, 10, touchdown LA. Robert Woods, 75 yards, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Here's Watson. And the Rams got him. They bring him down. Clay Matthews brings the heat and gets the sack. And the job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20. Now a pass, and it's complete to QT. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. 22 yards there, a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Watson. Dancing to his left. Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. And the Rams have got it back.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
So should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about any more.
Well, the first play in the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. On the toss, it's Gurley. And this Texans defense, they're all charged up now. They stopped him behind the line for the 2nd straight play. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
It's 3rd and 16.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long.
Just like that. Begin.
Goff now to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket.
DC. Obama.
They go ahead and snap it. Gone. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Reed. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now.
Mike 5-4. Mike 59. Coming after you.
From the 24, Watson. Flush to his right. Trying to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Akeem Talib.
I think that interception happened for two reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. Now Gurley. Todd Gurley, wave goodbye. 20. And at the end of it, he stripped. Ball comes loose, and the Texans scoop it. And not much on the return there. He'll take it only up to the 9-yard line.
It's not often that we see big plays end in disaster, and we just absolutely saw it right there. They had something really big cooking on that one.
Can you, when you're down near the goal line like that on a big play, do you get maybe a little too careless, a little too desperate for the goal line?
I think the last part is exactly right. You get desperate for the goal line, and sometimes you get the ball out of it away from your body, or you're trying to extend to get there, or maybe you're just trying so hard that the ball will come out of your hands. In any event, that's a big opportunity lost.
Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Watch the slant.
These two teams all tied after one. Texans football to start quarter 2 as they've got it with a 2nd and 10.
54. I got one.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Watson. And this one grabbed by Darren Fells. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Watson going to pull back the handoff and keep it himself. And this one's incomplete. Well, Charles, while we have a moment, you know what we need to do here is give a nod to the new Hall of Famers who were brought into Canton and inducted on August the 3rd. Champ Bailey, Pat Bolin, Gil Brandt, Tony Gonzalez, Ty Law, Kevin Mawai, Ed Reed, and Johnny Robinson, all part of the class.
Fantastic class. When you talk about guys who played at the top level, obviously they're Hall of Famers. But what I found interesting about it is you've got a great pass catcher, the best pass-catching tight end in history, in Tony Gonzalez. How would he like to work against his secondary? Champ Bailey and Ty Law at corner, Ed Reed and Johnny Robinson at safety. Good luck trying to get open against those four. What a matchup that would have been. But it was a terrific night for those gentlemen. Congratulations. And, of course, Ed Reed's bust will go down in history because they got the hair exactly right. And Ed had a ball up there in his Hall of Fame speech.
And remember, next year they're going to celebrate the centennial year of the NFL with a special class. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. Samson Abukum coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage. To try again after the sack. Watson. He's got Fuller. Past the 20. Touchdown, Houston. Will Fuller, 52 yards, as his guys are able to regain the lead. And sometimes those slants, they can be so tough to defend after the catch. It just happens so quickly.
And really, what gets set up there is how quickly everything happens. Ball's out of the hands of the passer in a hurry, and he just takes it and goes.
And he went all the way into the end zone. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, pump the ball away, get yourself set to play defense. But when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise it's going to be a long day for you.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder coming up here at halftime. We'll ship you off to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman will have first-half highlights and analysis from a back-and-forth first half that we've seen. Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a fourth down decision.
Now the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. They are going for it. Gone. They got a man. It's Woods. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big pickup there, 20 yards as they convert on 4th. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Goff's throw here finds Woods. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Super one.
A shotgun snap for Goff. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
After the interception, here's Watson. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Back to throw, Watson. Flushed out right. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
Yeah. Go ahead, baby. Go.
3rd and long. It's Watson. Forced out to his left. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. Able to find a seam for 14 yards, but still now facing a 4th down after the scramble. It would be a very makeable field goal try from here, but instead they're going to go for it.
Let's go.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Fuller. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half.
24.
Watson off play action. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle.
Here we go. Mike 54. Mike 54. We don't want this. Right there. 54. Right there. Right there.
Hey, 59!
It's just me and you.
It's your ass, let's go!
Now Watson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. John Johnson with the INT. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. 3rd and long. It's gone. Now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Bernardrick McKinney muscled his way in for the sack.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long, why are you calling play action?
Yeah, because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play-action sack.
Pilot, 64, weak.
They're going to go for it. It's gone. Looking deep downfield. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And now, goodness, possession's going to go over right at the 10-yard line. Now, this is a nice little gift wrap situation as they take over 1st and goal. Here's Johnson. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set them back for 2nd down. 1st down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. Throw left side complete. That's Fuller. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Only able to pick up 2, and that leads us to 3rd and goal. The Ram fans in this old stadium on their feet. 3rd and goal. Out of the gun, Watson. Being chased out left. He may try and run for this. And avoids the contact by sliding. The scramble good for a nice gain of 10 yards, but still 4th down.
Well, partner, nothing comes open here, so he decides to escape out of there, and he doesn't pick up a 1st down, but he does gain additional yardage to set up a possible field goal attempt if they decide to go that route.
A field goal would make it a 2-score game, but they're going to go aggressive. They're going to try this thing on 4th and goal. A great open field tackle that's going to stop him shy of the goal line. The tackle there by John Johnson. So the defense has to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. Doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
They'll try and start the drive with Gurley. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
We talk about setting a tone or beginning a drive. That run was absolutely textbook. I'm telling you, partner, now they're not just thinking about an easy drive. They're thinking about maybe taking it downfield.
Yeah, started at their 2. Now they've got a heavy amount of breathing room. Now gone. And that is incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5.
Go!
They're going to try and throw. This is caught. It's Cooks. And they're going to get the first down here as he's up to the 14. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it. But in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. So still backed up, but the situation not as dire now. 1st and 10 at the 14. Goff going to hand it to Gurley. And a short gain across the 15 to the 17-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 3.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
We go tonight. 180.
Again they run with Gurley. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
So on the heels of the run by Todd Gurley, another 1st and 10. Now a handoff as they run left side. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Jonathan Joseph there for the tackle. That time they're able to bottle him up, but he's having a really nice game.
I agree with that. Let's just go big picture, right? Every back that's in the Hall of Fame had carries where they didn't gain yardage or they lost yardage, but you stick with them, don't you? When they're having a good game, keep feeding them.
The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Yet another carry here tonight for Gurley. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Todd Gurley, his 2nd touchdown of the night, as they can now even this game here in the 4th quarter with the extra point. Zerline now for the PAT. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go. The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
Rush in. Let's go.
On 1st down, it's Watson. Rolling to his right. Big hold to the 30. Over the middle, it's Fells. And he takes it all the way up to the 47. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
They try and run on first down, but this one going to lose a couple yards as they get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
A loss of 2 brings up 2nd and 12 at the 45-yard line.
This is set. 19. 54. Let's go. Let's go.
Again, it's Johnson. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
Well, that's how you get right up off of the mat, because on the last play, they stoned him in the backfield and dropped him for a loss. But he's the type of guy that scared me a little bit because he's not daunted. Just got right back up, showed some confidence, and picked up a first down with his very next run.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
Mike 54. Mike 54. Watch the pass. Watch the pass. Check. Get it now. No.
They run it again with Hyde. Got some real estate inside the 30. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front, because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up first downs.
First down, a run with Hyde. He will push his way down to about the 14.
That's it, baby.
So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On second down, Hyde. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Taking it in from 14 yards out. And they are able to break the tie and move out in front here in this fourth quarter.
Hey, that score deserves our respect, deserves our excitement. But I'm looking at the clock, and I'm thinking, there's a long way to go in this one.
Ideally, they would have liked to milk a little bit more time off. Now, on the other sideline, you start to get the crew together and say, this is what we practiced the 2-minute drill for, right?
Yeah, you hope you've been in that situation before, and if you haven't, you just have the confidence, hey, let's go down there and get this thing done. But, boy, that's a big score right there to give them the advantage.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. And now last drive so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with that formula?
That would be the number one thing you would think of, but so many guys now would look at it and say, we've got them set up so well for play action, now's the time to take a shot.
Yeah.
But, you know, there was a big-time coach in the state of Ohio who once said, if you throw the ball, if you put it in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. He would have kissed it on the ground.
He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. It's a first down on a gain of 10. Here comes a 20th carry for Gurley. Room to run again. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Gurley. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. The 20. And they will score a pick 6 for the Texans TD. Oh, that's about as tough as they come. You're driving to try to put the ball in the end zone and tie the game, and that happens.
It's exciting for us, wasn't it? Because we were thinking, hey, we might be headed towards overtime. Instead, it looks like this one may very well be done. And guess what? If you're a fantasy owner and you have that defense, you just had a big, big game, didn't you?
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That'll be taken in the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
The Rams take over first and 10.
The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. And following the pick six, and they had decent field position and throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. Throwing on third. Gone. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Here's Gone. And he's going to be taken down. Sacked back at the 2. J.J. Watt. And the Texans are going to win the football game. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none?